It's Oklahoma Archery. Everything archery based out of Oklahoma for Oklahomans. Let's get it started. Hello, everybody. I'm David Bosca, and this is the Oklahoma Archery Podcast. We're going to hit that twice, ain't we? There we go.
Well, I'm Neil Cooley, and we got Zach and Megan Owens with us today. We wanted to bring them on and do a recap. They are the first ever state champions in the OSAA Vegas 300 round. So big congratulations to y'all. Shooting the first one ever. You're also the record holder. So
right.
For the next year, you get to talk all the smack you want.
That's right.
And appreciate y'all sitting down with us. I know they're pulled over on the side of the road on the way to the Fort Benning Pro-Am. So we're somewhere between indoor and 3D season. So stuck in between Neil and Dave's a good place to be. So give everybody just a little rundown about what the event was like. I know it was hosted at Oakeyland. Bryn's been wanting to do that Vegas 300 and add that onto the schedule. So how was it the first year?
It was good. It ran good. The day that we shot, we were the last day. We shot early in the morning. So what was there, 8 people there or so?
Yeah, maybe 10.
So we went pretty fast. So that was nice.
Take a break after 5, or did you just go straight through?
We ended up taking a small break. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So do you shoot a lot of the 3 or indoor?
We just started shooting indoor in whenever the jackpot started at Bryn's there.
Is that November?
Something like that. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So would you say you're a 3D shooter?
I like 3D more than indoor. But like I said, we just started doing this, so we've been in it, just barely. But I like outdoor more than I like indoor.
I like them both. So
where's the better winning money at, Zach?
Shoot. I don't know. Probably out.
In the back of the trailer with the 3D target you're buying, huh?
That's right.
That's where it went. So what is your, this is the first year that y'all have shot competitive. How long did you shoot archery before that? Just hanging out at the house?
I basically have just bow hunted up until November. And that's really it. I got into shooting longer range stuff for fun a year ago when we lived in Arizona, but that's it for me.
And then I started shooting with my first compound bow in, fall of 2025? 2020.
Okay. 2024.
Yeah, fall of 2024. So
yeah, we bought her bow and she killed it year after that. And
I remember that day. As soon as we got her draw length figured out, we determined that her speed was going to be way over the way over the max.
Yeah.
She's shooting 285.
I was like, yeah, you're going to put about 200 grains in the nose of that arrow and bump down on the spine, and it's going to go pretty good. So not everybody has those problems. What your draw length end up being? 29 and a half?
29 and a half. I could do 30, but I didn't like the feeling of it. So we went back down to 29 and a half and dropped the poundage to be able to shoot ASA. So now I'm pulling back 47 pounds or something like that.
Sounds like Dave's indoor setup.
That's right. Yeah. Just a little difference in draw length, but yeah. What are each of you shooting?
Go ahead.
I shoot Matthews 33 Lift X, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm shooting the Arc 34.
Okay. I've heard good things about that Arc and the way it holds.
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
Yeah.
I've been shooting my title indoors, but then for the OSSAA deal, I shot my Arc just because that's what I had, and I've been shooting it more, and I think it holds better than my indoor bow.
A little bit more familiar. Once you get settled into the outdoor bow, it's like just roll with it the whole year. Yeah, that's what I did all of indoor. I just shot my 23s because that was the bow that was set up, and I tried tinkering with the second one and put some 27s on it, and I got it just about close to where it kind of needs to be, but it was time to go outside. So, it kind of got put on the back burner and, put in a case and hasn't seen the light of day. And 6 months. Yeah, just sitting there wasting money on it. But it's always fun. You got to back up if you need. So,
Absolutely.
you shoot a bad knock and blow the string off of it. It's like, well, we're not going to miss a weekend.
Yeah.
So being pretty new to the competitive archery scene, what would you say your like first 6 months impression is? Like, tell us what you think about, getting into it. What was easy to learn? What was tricky to learn?
Ooh. Well, first off, like, I think all the people involved I've really enjoyed. It's just kind of our kind of crowd, being able, we can talk crap back and forth and this and that. It's been a lot of fun with all of that. So I don't know what to learn.
I mean, I really like both Zach and I played competitive sports in college, and I really enjoy that I can have that competitiveness again with something that's not so like taxing on my body as volleyball was. So it's not so hard to draw back a bow and walk around and shoot at targets as it was with that. So I enjoy the like really big competitive side of it, and actively trying to aim at things and shoot small targets and that kind of stuff.
I was kind of the same way coming out of sports myself. And it was what I grasped about archery. It was all about me. Whatever time I put into it is what I got out of it. And it wasn't, don't get me wrong. I loved the team aspect when I was on the basketball teams, but it was about me. If I didn't set in practice, I didn't see an outcome. And when I did, I seen the outcome. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of a sport. Yeah.
Exactly. For sure.
You still get the team aspect for the team shoot every once in a while. You're paying $5 a mulligan for your partner to shank an 8 every other arrow. It's good. It's a good time, but it is an individual sport when it actually comes down to it. So it's like, well, yeah, there's only myself to blame. But if you ever have your day and you're sitting at the top of the pile, it's like, well, nobody helped me get here but me. So it's a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
What about tuning and you mentioned setting up different bows in your first year? What's it like when you get into competitive archery and you've got scopes and clarifiers and different stabilizers, every release under the sun? How did you go about finding something that worked for you? Did you test different things, or did you pretty much pick it and stick it?
Honestly, I just kind of picked it and stick with it. On my hunting setup, I had some longer bars I was already running, and a year ago I started to fiddle with the back bar stuff, and I've been running those same bars on my outdoor bow. And the scope wise, Austin there at Bryn's shop, he was selling one, so I just grabbed it, threw it on that bow, so I didn't have to switch back and forth. And that's basically what I've ran ever since.
And I kind of stuck with all of my hunting stuff because that's what felt the most normal. I still kind of refused to shoot an indoor bow and the really big ones and the long bars and everything. But I get a lot of Zach's hand-me-down stuff, so I have his UV scope.
I had to beg her to use that.
And I've always used a trigger release, so I still use one of those. And I had some of his old bars, but I got new ones for that now. And finally got some different weights on it, which was nice. And for the Vegas round, I had to flip my bars. I had to have shorter than 12 in the front, so I had to flip those around. And but I pretty much try and stick with it, whatever I have, so that way it doesn't change drastically all the time. Just because I like it more when it's the same all the time.
Do you do most of your own tuning, or does that kind of try to help you out? And how much discord does that cause in the house? Yeah,
I always tell people that if I were ever on one of those, like Lancaster, shooting the indoor stuff, and they asked what I had, I would have to say, you just have to go ask my husband, because I know I shoot a 33 Lift X and I run 23 arrows, and that's about it. I have Big Daddy bowstrings. That's it.
And the arrows because you're looking at it every time you pull it out.
That's right. I'm like, I think they're the Eastons. I don't even. Ultra.
Zach, did you get some more arrows? I know you had a little episode last Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, at the gun club. And she break?
No, we're still running low. We went and shot the shot with our
Oh yeah.
outdoor stuff. I blew up 227s trying to hit a zebra at 140 yards. So
I blew up too as well, trying to hit a zebra at 120 yards.
yeah.
You took your outdoor setup, your 3D
That's
setup.
all we had. My hunting setup, I only had 3 arrows, so
That's not enough.
No, not enough.
Well, the good news is you're going to Fort Benning, and there's going to be every vendor there, so you could probably have a dozen whipped out in
That's what everybody
35 minutes.
We'll see.
Some people will bring a fletch and jig with them, but if not, it's pretty easy to buy one there.
I've got that all in the truck, so hopefully we don't need any more arrows. That's the goal.
If you're going to be judging next year, you just keep it in there for okay.
Right.
What veins are you running on your?
We've got the TAC 225s, I think. What we're running on both of ours.
I tell you what, down at Fort Benning, Q2I is releasing some new veins, and I went to Memphis with a guy that had some that was sent to him for samples of them, and it's a new the vein part itself is like a tack-like material, stiffness and weight, but it's got the Q2I footing on it to help it adhere. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it blasts out, but they're releasing him down there at Fort Benning. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I love it when they release stuff at the pro-ams. It's like everybody's going to be talking about it, and it's such a good, like, I know Darton's trying to release their 37 at Coleman this year, so it's like, okay, well, is it going to be here? Can I shoot it before Coleman? Can I take it to Coleman? Can I get one? It's like, or is it just like we're going to shoot it a couple times at the trailer and hand it back over? And I mean, I'm not going to win a foot race against anybody, but I will take off with one. He was headed off towards the woods at the practice range, and that's the last we saw of him. Like, yeah, there he goes. Yeah. They did that. True Ball did that, I think, a couple years ago at Vegas. They had somebody steal a couple of the demo releases. They were like, come on, guys, not cool. Posted it all over the Facebook. They're like, we tried to, because if you ever go to the True Ball booth, there's 150 releases on the table, and they'll let you try them, and they got the little firing line tools, and they'll sit there and adjust them for you. And somebody just stuck one in their pocket and set one back up on the table, and they were, when they looked at the end of the day, they were short a couple of the new demo prototypes.
Wow.
And they were like, come on, guys, you can buy it in a month. Like, don't just send it back, no questions asked. I was like, nope, gonna go shoot Vegas with it, and then you can have it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this your first pro-am y'all went to?
It is, yes.
Okay. So what'd you do to prepare for it?
Shoot the Oklahoma ASAs. That's about it.
Okay.
Every Wednesday at Bryn's at least.
That's about it.
Yeah. And since you're close to the gun club, have you been doing that one?
We went out there. I went out there on Thursday and shot with Dakota and Neil, actually. And we shot the 24 targets there. That was a good time.
It was fun. It was good. You put what did you end up, 18 or 20 up?
18, I think, yeah.
There you go. I tried to give you 20. I tried to give you at 12 on that last one, but it was Dakota.
Okay.
Golly. I was trying to help you out, and you're like, no, mine's a 10. First rule in 3D. Don't ever call your own arrow out.
Once it gets above 70, I might try and come out there, but not before then.
Right. This weekend it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be 96 at home on Saturday and 90 on Sunday. I'm like, oh,
really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know. It's 15 on Monday and 96 on Saturday. My sinuses are suffering.
Sounds about like Oklahoma.
Yeah. Winter one day, middle of summer the next. We've skipped spring again. We skip spring and fall every year.
Yep.
We go from unbearable to freezing.
Pretty much.
Like the desert, huh? Back in Arizona.
What part of Arizona?
We lived in Scottsdale before we moved.
Okay. What brought you out here?
I'm from Northwest Oklahoma, so I just kind of came back home, and like we wanted to have, a house with a little bit of land to be able to do what we wanted and all that stuff. And that's in Arizona. That's
hard to do.
Really expensive. So
I say ASA out in Arizona, they don't have nearly the trees.
Yeah, I've never even,
I
before
never
we
heard
came
of
out
it.
here, I've never even heard of ASA, to be honest. Any of it. So before we came back out here, as of 6 months ago.
Y'all, they got a pretty good ASA director out there. It's a guy named Tyler Terry, does Toad Bowstrings, Winterhawk Outfitters. He's their state director out there, and they're putting on some pretty good shoots out there. I don't know what the terrain's like. I know it's not all desert, but I just imagine shooting 20 targets in the sand out there in between the cactus and stuff like that. It's like, I know there's places you can go elk hunt and stuff out there. So, or that's what he's always elk hunting or mule deer hunting. It seems like every time I see him on Facebook. So I'm like, I know there's trees in the state. I just don't know where they are.
Northern, yeah.
Yeah.
Payson area. It gets really cool up there.
Sedona. Yeah.
Doesn't Greg Poole live out in Arizona too?
He moved.
Did he? Where'd he move to?
State of Washington.
Oh, okay. I know somebody else big was in Arizona. I'm trying to think of who it was.
PSE.
PSE. Ah, gotcha. Are they still doing anything? Have we heard anything from PSE in 6 months?
Well, yeah, they've got a new CEO, and they were only one of 3 manufacturers at Indoor Nationals.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, there was Darton. I'm sorry, Bowtech, PSE, and Elite. They were the only 3 there for as far as bow manufacturers. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just one of those that people are going to skip out on. I know the Lancaster trailer's there, so you probably order anything you want, but you figure it'd be a good place to go let them test and tune and tinker.
Yeah, it was one of those for me. It was after I left Indoor Nationals, and I ordered twice from Lancaster, and I went, oh, if I'd only have thought about it while I was there.
I went to when I went up to Lancaster, I went to all the booths, and I'd been to Vegas before, and I've been to ASA Pro-Ams before, but all the booths just had, demos sitting out there. They didn't have any. I didn't see a cash register or a card reader one, and I'm like, what's the deal? Can I not buy this here? They go, no, we're all under contract to not sell anything because Lancaster's right around the corner. So they all set up booths at Lancaster that you can just look at their stuff, and then you go over and order it from the Lancaster trailer, and the actual store is 20 miles away, something like that.
Yeah, it's not that far, maybe 10. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 miles down the road. So I was like, so I can't buy anything from you here? They're like, no, but you can go get it at Lancaster. I'm like, why would you even bother showing up? Like, I guess it's one of those things. They kind of looked at me strange. I was like, y'all have any of these for? No, they just came out with the Ultras, and they were asking me for like bushings on the 25s or something. Like somebody back home was like, so I went up to Darren Christianberry, and I was like, hey, you're the dude that sells those Ultra arrows. Can I get some bushings? He was like, oh, we don't do that here, bud.
You're like, that's
well, what the hell are you standing here for? He goes, go over to the Lancaster trailer. I was like, they're going to be sold out. Everywhere's sold out. Don't you have some you can take my money and give me some product? He's like, not here. Meet me out back. It's like, we're going to do this drug deal style. All right, man.
When do you shoot at Fort Benning?
I think I'm in the morning on Friday and Saturday, and she's like midday both days. So,
we've talked about this last weekend, and you're shooting. And think about what class is both of y'all shooting in?
I'm shooting in women's pins 30.
And I'll be in the bow hunter 45. I'm not ready to get into the long bars and lenses and stuff yet.
It ain't nothing but money.
Yeah.
Like I always say, okay, Megan, close your ears. Wife work a little overtime, fella can get a lot of toys.
Oh gosh.
I like that.
And every time I say it in front of my wife, she always says, do you know I'm on salary? And I'm like, yeah, don't say that in front of the guys. Come on, man. I'm trying to make it sound good.
No overtime and salary.
That is the booger of it. It's like every time you feel like you get your setup dialed in, they'll either come out with something new, or you will have the worst day shooting your bow ever and decide it's time to make a change. And it's like, if I have a good day, they come out with something new. If I have a bad day, somebody's like, hey, I'll tell you what you need. It's like, Yeah, I need to not miss when the bow goes off is what I need to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Got to buy new bars.
Yeah, new bars.
Those things are expensive. Geez.
Oh, you ain't a kidding. I just bought a new set yesterday. Oh, rough.
Did you get a new set of ramrods coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, 33 on the front.
33 on the front. I'm going to roll with the 12s on the back.
V-bars. Ooh.
Yeah. I've got the 15s on the back now, and I got 30 up front. So I'm going to flip them around.
There you go.
Change my point of impact in my hand, the tension point. Yeah.
Those are some big words.
I'll tell you what, Neil and I was talking before we hit record. If you want to learn, and I am a studier of the sport and highly respect the guys and gals that know what they know. If you want to learn stabilization, Blake Jerome has got a he didn't have the podcast. He was on a podcast, the Great Northwest Archery podcast. He did a 6-part series. And so start with one and go through it on stabilization and what it does, how it's doing it, and what to do to affect certain things. I'm telling you, I sat and just watched that all the way through. And each one is from 5 minutes to 8, 10, 12 minutes long, and that's it. It's not like it's 30 minutes each one. But, man, I highly recommend going and watching that YouTube series. It is great.
Just little nuances and things that there's different ways to set your bars up for how it reacts. Like when I'm not pushing through a shot, I'll kick my back bar out farther and farther and farther, and it makes you push into it and puts a lot of bias in it. So your hand's kind of up like this, and you're actually having to push forward to keep that bow straight. Like you're trying to fix your left and right, but what it ends up giving you is forward momentum. And it's been something that, like, it looks strange. It was kicked out when I went and shot the NFAA Trail Classic. It was kicked out far enough I could use it as its own kickstand. Like I didn't have to have bow legs on it at all. I just sit it down and lean it over. Yeah, it wouldn't stay. If I put it on my bow legs, it would topple over. That's how much I was. But it let me take like 4 or 5 ounces off the back, because the farther out it goes, the less back weight I actually needed to keep it up. Or basically it got too heavy that way. So, I mean, there's just, and like Dave's got a, what do you call your system with your little spacers?
Just that, yeah. I had him as SpaceX, yeah.
SpaceX. So he's got this product out where it gives you a long piece of all thread, and say you have a 30-inch front bar, he'll give you 3D printed inch and then a couple of half inches there, where you can change the length of your stabilizer and you can add inches to it, and you put your weights on the far side of it, so you can turn like a 30-inch bar into a 32-inch bar, or a 27-inch bar into a 29, or you can change it to 28, you can change it to 27 and a half, 28 and a half, anything, and it lets you see where that pivot point in your hand is going to react just so perfect without having to buy a 27, a 30, a 33.
That's the biggest thing, is it allows you to test without having to spend all this money, because they are expensive. So it allows you to play a little bit, and that's what I've got. I've got several 27s and some 30s, and I definitely play a lot with that. And come back from nationals, had the worst X count I've ever had at nationals, got 7th place, had the worst X count ever in history to still stay clean. And it was just all over. But I couldn't get the X's. So I came home and I'm like, okay, I've got to go back to what was working. So I've switched back to a different style release, and I started really tinkering with my bars and my draw length to get it what I used to have about 4 years ago. And I within the first 3 days, I am already seeing a difference in what it's going to do. Yeah.
Had a bad time, tear the bow down. That's exactly
right.
That's what we're saying here. Mine's been, since I took a 1/4 inch of draw length out at the very beginning of the season, it's been aiming better than ever before, and my execution has gone to absolute terror. I mean, it's just gone to shit. And it's like, the better it holds, the more you're going to second guess your execution. Exactly. And sometimes it just won't sit still. And if you just execute clean, you're going to surprise yourself with how it lands. So it's this 50-50, one versus the other all the time, trying to find that perfect ratio. And it is what it is. Just going to hold it in the middle and hope that's where it lands.
Right.
Yeah, that's that kind of thing.
Just add draw length, bud. Just add draw length.
I took it out. Now, somebody told me I was a 1/4 inch long and took it out, and the pincher did sit still. But we haven't found that perfect ratio of push and pull to squeeze. Got to squeeze that release a little bit because I'm just sitting here pulling, and as soon as it breaks, it dives down, shooting nickels out the bottom. So can't be doing that anymore.
No.
I did flinch punch a couple of them this weekend, but we were dealing with some pretty good wind on Sunday up at Bartlesville.
Just a little bit.
It was at 8:30, 9 o'clock. It was dead calm and 67 degrees. When we got done, it was 60 mile an hour and 40 degrees. And I was like, I really wish everybody was here early. We could just get half this round shot before the wind picked up, but not how it happened. Waited till 9:55 and got started about 5 minutes early, and here comes the wind. So that team shoot was treacherous.
We had that works.
Oh yeah, we were ready to call it, and Isaiah's like, here's my $15. I'm taking a poke at it. I was like, okay, go for it, man. So we were trying to just basically keep our arrows on the blade. Like, it didn't matter if you had a blade or a hamski or whatever, that wind would come and your arrows would blowing off to the side. I was like, somebody's going to dry fire their bow accidentally. When that wind goes. They're shooting the bow like this into the wind, trying to keep the arrow on there. Yeah. It was rough. I think they shot even, and me and my team were like 7 down. So me and Jason Marks, and it was Isaiah and Travis Keith. I think they shot even. He goes, was that the lowest score to win the team shoot ever? I was like, yep, that was dead even was the lowest number to get into shoot off.
A long time.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, gone are the days of 18, 20 up, 28 up, 30 up. Yeah. They were scratching even on there. So it was pretty good.
That's funny.
Here's a thought. I see a bow sitting in the back seat of your vehicle.
We got
okay. And it's funny how some people believe in, some people don't. So do you not take your bow apart ever and store it to travel?
I try not to. We got these little bow hangers in the truck. We just throw them on there.
And that's what I'm thinking, or got me thinking about that, is there's so many people that think or want to believe that it just doesn't go back together the same. And so I was curious what y'all had found out being new into competitive shooting, not shooting, but competitive shooting. What did y'all think? And I see that that's the way you're rolling. So that's the reason I was curious.
I just more don't want to take it apart and put it back together.
Okay.
I took my hunting bow up elk hunting and stuff. I put it in a case and everything. I threw it back together and it still shot about the same. So
I'm the same way. I take mine apart everywhere I go. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was just curious. I just seen that, and we know there's guys that just are diehard. I am not taking this apart. And so I was just curious if y'all had found something and that's why you did it. No,
it's just a lot easier.
Sometimes it's that simple.
Yep, just throw it in the truck and go. You're good to go. They don't move back there. So
those bow cases are pretty big too. Some of them.
Yeah.
Say the last time I took because they're running short bars, so it's a lot easier to fit in the truck.
Yeah.
The last time I took my hunting bow apart to go up north hunting, I lost the bung on my quick disconnect on the front. Couldn't find it. Checked the truck. Checked the tail. Checked the bed of the truck. Lost it. Didn't have a set of Allen wrenches, so I had to basically torque the connector piece off there, screw the stabilizer in the front. It was like, oh man, this is not what I wanted to do today.
Fun with it.
I found it later once I cleaned my truck out. It got found eventually, but for a couple months it was like it's the only one size that fits it. I'm never going to get another one. So expensive thing to lose. Not at a pro-am though. You can forget just about anything and show up there. They got everything you need. You can leave your bow at home pretty much.
That's what I was telling her. She's like, do we have everything? I'm like, I think so, but if we don't, everybody keeps saying that we can get whatever we need there.
You can walk out, you can get out of the truck, dry fire your bow first thing, blow it to pieces, and not miss the first target on Friday. It's that convenient. There's my buddy Sean from Florida. I shot my first ever ASA with him. He's all the way up in known 50 now. He was there putting his bow together, not sighting it in. He was there putting it together at like Metropolis last year, I think it was. right before the rain hit. He got it put together, dialed in, shot his round, and then it rained us out, and everybody got told to go home. So I was like he was tying his peep in. I was like, how do you know if that's right? He goes, it's about where it needs to be.
That's kind of how I am.
Close
Yeah.
From what I understand, you could take a hunting rig up there and walk out it with an open setup.
That I can believe.
We're gonna try to stay away from that.
Oh, I wasn't insinuating.
Say how many of the 145 tournaments are you actually going to win before you go decide to throw long bars on there?
I don't know. It might be infinite. I may never do it.
Well, it's still going to be the biggest class. I mean, it's the deepest class. You got I don't know what Reed put 16, 18 up at the shot course.
Yeah, I felt pretty decent there, and I was like, I was like, hey Reed, how'd you do? He's like 16 up. I was like, oh, okay, cool, nice.
Dang it! Yeah, it was both of y'all and Chris Strawn up there. I mean, I was one down, and you got the 145 guys shooting 16, 14, and 10 up.
That course was pretty long too. I thought.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bobby Johnson set that up, and he said specifically, I'm going to see what the high score is. I'm going to try to set one that nobody just shoots up on it. I'm like, well, that's not necessarily what's going to get them to come back, but if they're there for a shot, they're there for some long distance, buffalo at 132 yards, zebra at 116 yards kind of stuff. So goes to say it's going to be a little bit longer, but I think they did. We had 2 courses this weekend that were just absolutely fantastic. Even Bartlesville was long. I think we had 3 or 4 that were either 44, 45 yards, from a 45-yard max. And I was like, daggum, Paul, are you mad at us? Like, what'd you do? He goes, oh, no, because once you turn the corner and shoot back towards the lake, you're going to have a couple that are 28, 30, 31, 34, stuff like that. So he used the long side, and we started on target 5 right at the beginning of it. And it was just long bomb. By the time we turned the corner and got to the shorter side, it was like, I'm toast. I'm done. I'm just here donating at this point.
It's a donation.
Pretty much. Travis Keith got my money both shoots this weekend. I was like, I should pay my registration money right to Travis and call it good, or what? What are we doing here, guys? I'm just be glad he's not in your division. Every once in a while, he shows back up.
When we were shooting the jackpots, or 3rd or 4th one, I walk in, I see him with the bow hunter set up. I had no idea who it was, and I was just looking, and his bar was just not moving. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. We've checked him for a pulse while he's shooting several times, and there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the mental game. We decided we were going to punch it this weekend. He got his wrist rocket out there, and he'd be way up on here like this, and he just. I think I flinched 2 of them. He flinched 1 of them. He turned around. I was like, I know it. He goes, yep, I did that. And he's like, yep. He goes, I just like aiming so much. Like, why would you ever want to punch when it's right there? Like, aiming's fun. I was like, well, all good things must come to an end.
Disagree.
Except when it's blowing 60 outside.
Yeah.
Then
there was no aiming at all. It was. I think that's it. Boom. Yeah. And I think there were more 14s shot than 12s that day.
It was foam, though. It was foam.
There's good points in the 8 ring and the 5 ring. Yeah, 100%.
5 ring, the whole target.
Oh yeah. So what are your goals going into your first pro-am? Are you just going to try to have fun, or are you got a number you're going to try to hit? Because I'll tell you now, the pro-am courses are softer than what you shoot locally. 100%.
We were looking at some of the scores, and I'm like, man, they're shooting super, but I mean, they shooting super high scores, but I mean, I was just wondering, if they are softer, or, like some of the shoots here, like the terrain's kind of crazy. You're getting side hill, uphill, downhill. Your footing's weird. I didn't know if you go into those things, if it's more level or anything like that.
It's pretty flat most of the time, except for London. I think I've never been to Benning, but I've never heard anything about the terrain being flat, but it's big, easy to navigate courses. I think they set them softer so everybody has fun, but the top 20% get paid. So, I mean, you just got to have a decent day and you're in the money.
Yeah. We're always trying to have fun or whatever, but we're competitive. We're always trying to win. It doesn't matter what it is.
I tell you what, the women's pins 30 and the women's known 40 have increased in numbers so much this year that's like I think one of the last times I was putting the scores in, it was like 7 of them in one and 8 in the other. I was like, we're almost paying out 2 places, maybe 3 every single weekend. And it's getting deep.
Yeah, it's nice that it's getting bigger. I would like to try and do well. I think 30 up one at Foley. So I've never shot that well, but at least somewhere in the teens up, or at least double digits would be good both days, and probably be pretty happy with that.
It makes it easy strategy wise because you go home, maybe 10 up wins, maybe 8 up, maybe 16 up wins. At a pro-am, I'm swinging for the bleachers on every one of them. Right. They're like, man, Neil, you sure shot bad. What happened? And it's like, well, I aimed at every one of them, and that's how it goes. Because K45, you can be 54 up and tie for third.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, you can go have your best day ever and still not crack the top 5, top 10, whatever. So I mean, it makes it easy as far as strategy goes. Swing at every one of them, see what happens. It's either going to be there or it's not.
If it's there, you're going to be good. If not, then it's what it is. You had fun.
See, he's making a good point to stay shooting indoors.
Yeah. I don't know. Outdoors pretty fun.
Outdoors fun.
Oh, you're killing me.
Man, I haven't pulled a single tick off me this year. Is how bad I've been shooting. I can't even get a bite. It's terrible. If I wanted to do this bad, I'd go fishing. But it's been an up and down year, but it's been a lot of fun. We've had really good luck with the weather so far, minus the 60-mile-an-hour winds on Sunday. That was a little much, but honestly, there were just as many good scores from Bartlesville in the wind Sunday than there were Saturday. So they had twice as many people Saturday, but I think our winners were split between the 2 days pretty evenly. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, like I think Isaiah he was shooting his 27s from K50, and his was like, I think he was like 4 up and 2 up with second place. So he still won with 4 up, but if Isaiah, he's usually 18 to 20 up from the 50-yard stake all the time. And I was like, how's it going? He goes, I'm breaking great shots. The arrows just are it's shooting a Lincoln log at 50 yards. Like I can't make him sit there. And I was like, yeah, that's going to do it. 27 with a $150 in the nose is going to catch some wind.
Yeah.
See, Dave, you can shoot your 27s outdoors.
That's what I do.
I've got a few of them sitting around. There's no doubt about that. I've got a few that I need to get rid of too.
I say Dave's changed his draw length again, so anybody out there needs some uncut arrows. Pretty much, they're almost full length, but not long. Yeah, they're that far too short now.
Cut that much off about every one of them.
And now they're all 1/8 of an inch too short for you to shoot at your new draw length.
I've got that new R7 Rest coming with their
spacer system
coming.
I saw that. It's a torque tuning tool where you can add a spacer back towards you.
Correct.
That's fancy.
And so I'm hoping to be able to salvage arrows by putting it just far enough back to be able to utilize a lot of the arrows I've already got cut. Yeah.
Huh. Do y'all do any torque tuning, or you do bear shaft tune, or what's your go-to?
I torque tune. I've torque tuned all my stuff, and we did hers the other day. And bear shaft tuning, I don't know. Some people say it doesn't matter. Some people say it does. But if my bow is not hitting, my bear shaft's not pretty straight or whatever, I shoot horrible. I don't know.
I'm a bear shaft lover, so I get it.
I can't not. If I always shoot it about every time before I shoot to make sure it's good, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
But if I don't, my arrow does not hit behind my pin.
I don't do a ton of paper tuning. Actually, I can't say I've shot a paper. I think with my white title, I did that just to shoot it. Okay. But immediately I step to 10 to make sure that I'm going to hit the target. Then I go to 20, and all I do is start bear shafting. Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm starting to do now. We had hers in the house the other day. She's shooting it like 20 yards or so. And she had the B reel grip on there, and she was hitting it, and it would kick left, and then it would kick right. And it was just all over the place. So I told her I should just take the grip off and shoot it off the riser. And at first she was like, I don't want to do that or whatever, but she did. And then she started, hitting right, because I shot it and it was pretty good. And then she started shooting it, took that grip off, and it fixed everything. So it's kind of weird how that stuff works.
Now it's just got tape on it, and I went and shot in Bryn's Wednesday night thing and shot my best 295. And I was like, well, I guess that's good. I can have kind of small hands and can kind of really feel the bow and push up against it, whereas the B real grip was a little bit hard with that. So
yeah. And sometimes the change in the draw length by taking that off can also be closer to allows you to pull and execute proper too, because that will change.
But
yeah,
It's a lot of fun tinkering. I tried the 5-degree grip earlier in the year, and it felt great in my hand, but I couldn't push and pull on that bow to save my life. So it's like, and Ryan Thomason was the opposite. He said, I hate the way it feels, but I love the way it aims. I'm like, okay, well, that's just definitely worth trying.
It's weird how little bitty stuff can change so much.
Yeah.
If you ever want somebody to look at your grip or talk about it, Dave's by far one of the best out there. Here's how you put your hand in the bow. Here's what I've been doing. Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Mine, I used to have more pushing left in my bow than anything. I was shooting with Zach on Thursday, and now that I've got my gripper out here, he goes, "Is your stabilizer always pointed to the right like that?" I was like, "I never noticed it at all. It's not really not real worried about it." But he goes, "Man, that stabilizer is like every time you pull that bow back, that thing is just off to the side like this, like major torque." And it's like,
I thought you were going to derail your cams for a little bit. I mean, it's like hearing the strings just coming off like.
I haven't noticed them wearing it all on the side, but I probably will put it in the drawboard and look at it.
Sometimes some of that is your roller cable tension. Yeah. If you're getting a lot of the lefts and or if your bar sticks out, sometimes it's the tension of what your cable slide's putting on the bow. You can adjust that in, and that'll help pull everything back a little bit.
Mine's in quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not in so far that it's gonna hit my veins for clearance purposes, but it's pretty far in.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, there's certain ways you can. Huh?
You can on ours, you said?
I don't
think on the Matthews you can.
No, it's just that down degree straight roller cable. A lot of them now have a little worm drive in it where you can fade them this way or this way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, you can unscrew it and twist it just a little bit and turn it. And I don't think that changes the load on the cable much. I think it pretty well needs to stay the way it is.
I know on the new Dartons you can take too many turns out of it and it'll shoot across the room. Because Stetson Parker did that after he shot 24 up at shot, and he goes home and starts tuning on it and shoots it across the room.
How would you tune it 24 up? Good
Lord. I don't know. Stetson, what have you done?
If it's not right, it's not right.
He shot 24 up with a tear that was like this. I mean, it was like that. And I was like, he's shooting a blade. He switched over from a hamski to a blade. And I was like, okay, you're going to have a little left in it. It's going to be knock high as long as it's not knock low. Shoots 24 up, goes home, tears his bow apart, shoots his cable roller across the I took one too many turns out. It's like, well, I bet you did. Probably scared the crap out of him.
That's funny.
Scare me, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's learn to shoot it and learn to leave it alone. But, people like me, my biggest thing is if it even close to hits behind the pin, I'm going to leave it that way till the end of the year. And if I knew more about tuning and working on bows, I probably wouldn't be so hesitant to tear it apart and make it better. But I'm so worried that I'm not going to be able to get it back to how I like it that I'm just like, well, I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna miss a weekend. If it's Wednesday, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have good weather to dial it back in Thursday, Friday. So we'll just shoot it like it is all year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's half stubborn and half ignorant. So we're stignorant. That's what we are. But
ignorant.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just, I don't know. Every once in a while, it's usually Dave. He'll get me to change my grip, or, we'll tinker with the bars or something that's easy to put back. But if it's draw length or peep side height, nope, not a chance.
Come over and we'll put you on the forklift again.
Oh yeah, that was fun. We were working on, shooting in a third axis. He's got a forklift at the warehouse, and we put the target all the way up here. So we're sitting here shooting at it like this, trying to. Where was your bubble at? It's like, I don't know. I'm shooting at the ceiling, Dave.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a steep hill you can get up or down real quick, forklift will work pretty good.
Up in that little tree.
Mm-hmm.
I was more concerned of he hitting a hydraulic hose. I've seen him shoot.
Yeah, it was. That was back when we were shooting the hinge back then. It was good. Yeah, it's not a
hinge.
Well,
why aren't you back to the hinge then?
I'd beat everybody so bad they'd quit showing up. Yeah, I would wax the floor with them if I was shooting the hinge, and I don't want the numbers to go down for the ASA. I still got a job to do. I got to keep them coming out and having fun.
Here we go.
I'd win the money for the qualifier. I'd win the team shoot everywhere. It just wouldn't. We wouldn't have as much fun if Neil was shooting the hinge. That's just the simple truth. Now it's if I go back to a 37 axle to axle, I'll probably try the hinge again. But the 35 is not really set up so much to pull on it, so it's more of a static kind of squeeze the trigger. So until I do some tinkering on the bow, I'm gonna stick to the button. Like, it likes the button. The button shot 22 up in Foley. We're good with the button. Now it's shot 1 down 3 times. It's shot 4 down. It's shot 7 up. It's not done anything good since Foley, but it shot 22 up at Foley. So we're gonna stick to that one.
Ignorant.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Neil, let's let them get back out on the road. I think they're ready to get down and get on into Fort Benning.
Mm-hmm.
Neil and I'll sit here. We'll probably go over some upcoming shoots of what's going on, and unless y'all got anything you want to add, or
I think we're all good. We'll learn some stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah. And, had a lot of fun with ASA and all the indoor stuff, and we're all new to it. So thanks to the whole community for having us there, and we've really enjoyed it. So.
You bet. We'll have to get together and go shoot over at the gun club since we're neighbors.
Yeah, I've never shot it, so I want to see it too.
We're in.
It's fun. You just follow the trail of Dakota's tears along there and figure out which targets are next. We were mean to that boy.
No.
Oh.
He can handle it,
I think, yeah. I think you ruined him. Y'all get to Benning, be safe, shoot a couple of good rounds, and we'll see you the weekend after that.
That's the goal.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, let's get this going, bud. There we go.
There we are.
Seem like really nice people. First time I've met them.
Oh yeah, they don't miss a weekend or a weeknight. They're there shooting all the time. It's just, we've got so many new people that are coming out all around, and not just 3D. I mean, talking about shooting the jackpots and just being able to go out and shoot the state championships, shoot the 5-spot state championship, shoot the Vegas championship. They don't miss one, and seeing people that are new to it enjoy the sport and get to come out, and they'll bring their own friends, they'll make new friends when they get there. It's they said it really well earlier, when it's just a great community of people. But this weekend we are going to Crowder Lake. It's a 10 a.m. start time, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to have Heath there with Big Daddy's Burger Shack cooking lunch for us. We do have a big cabin reserved that's right across the lake. So if y'all want to come out, we're going to let the trad and barebow recurve people start at 9 a.m. So 9 o'clock for the stick and string folks, 10 a.m. for everybody else. We're going to do the team shoot after that. we've got that big house rented. So after our Saturday round, plan on coming over and watching the shoot down for Fort Benning over there on the big screen. We'll have the competition archery media stream going there. So you get all the, if you're not in Benning, you can still watch the shoot down with us. And, I think that was the one that Ace Coleman misset his sight last year on, sitting in first place and misset his sight. We're like, how'd that happen? Like, oh, well, you can't give them guys 10 points in the shoot down. It's gonna be a rough one, but it's always a good tournament. They've had the first 2 years we went there, it was super cold and windy. So finally this year, I think it's like 5 to 10 miles an hour on Saturday and 96 degrees. So we finally got some good weather at Crowder Lake. So don't sit home and miss this one. They are, they're pulling out all the stops. They are going to have 20 Delta McKenzie targets this year. So, it's going to look just like the ranges you saw every other ASA shoot this year. So, don't sit home. Weatherford's only an hour, 15-minute drive. They're out in Colony, Oklahoma. You can find the pin for that on asaoklahoma.com. And then next week, I believe we've got a new range, Magnolia Ridge. That's one of your Texas pros. Randy Duran has bought some property in Oklahoma. So he's got a brand new range coming up, and it's not Broken Bow. It's either Idabel or one of those other. It's the far corner of that state. So that'll be a quad state qualifier: Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. And then you've got Tulsa Archery Association also. So we're going to do the team shoot Saturday down south and Tulsa on Sunday. So if anybody's wanting to stick around for that, that's where the team shoot targets will be. And hope to see a whole bunch of you out there. And everybody else will be off to Vegas, I believe.
Yeah, that'd be 2 weeks out. You're right.
Yep. You still going to Vegas?
No, I was gifted. All 6 of my grandkids gave me a Harlem Globetrotter tickets, and the parents told me you get to take them. So I'm staying home to enjoy the weekend with them.
There you go. There you go. That's always a safe bet. And you just put that new bow together, so
I'm liking it. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit. Like I said, I've shot it Friday and I shot it Saturday, got a little better. Sunday got a little better. Yesterday got a little bit better. I've got a couple hours this afternoon I was going to spend with it, so we'll go with it and see what I can keep moving forward with.
Sounds like a plan. We'll set it up for the 3D range. Shorten that.
That's what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to hit a few of these this year. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good year. I think we've got 15 weekends left before state. So I'm still alive, still kicking. I get home Monday and sleep most of the day just to kind of try to recover from it, but it's been great. We've had good weather. We've had really great ranges. Appreciate everybody coming out to those. So We'll see you out there this weekend.
You bet, Neil. You be good. Everybody be safe this weekend.
Bye, guys.